Rofhiwa, thanks so much. Busy morning for you.
Absolutely.
What happened?
Worthwhile morning. So basically what happened today was that there were 52 shareholders present at the venue or via proxy to vote on whether to move forward with the possibility to acquire Aveng, as you've just said. The votes came out 52.06 voted for that process to get underway. So let's just listen to what Henry Last, the CEO, has to say about the way forward now that the voting has gone ahead.
Sure.
And this meeting was not to approve the transaction. It was merely to grant permission to the board to proceed with further exploring the potential of this transaction. And it was required because of the takeover scenario that we're finding ourselves in. And regardless of what Macquarie said in the shareholders meeting regarding frustrating action, this is only frustrating action if you proceed without shareholder approval and without TRP approval. And we will certainly not do that. And today was the first step, asking our shareholders to approve, and we've received this approval. And now we will move on and await the approval from the TRP. But without those two approvals, we will certainly not further investigate or pursue the Aveng transaction. The chairman of the meeting, Rolf, was very clear in his opening remarks that the opportunity, as far as Aveng is concerned, was an opportunity that's been explored for a long time, and it was actively pursued as from the final quarter of 2017. So it is certainly not a knee-jerk reaction in response to the Aveng offer. It is a strategic initiative that we would like to explore, and the opportunity to explore that initiative was interrupted by the Aveng offer, and for that reason we must get the shareholder approval and we must get the TRP approval that will then entitle us to explore it further. And as Ralph has said, there is no certainty at this stage whether an offer will be made or not. We are in due diligence. The due diligence is underway, and there is still a lot of analysis required before the board will consider whether it wishes to make an offer or not.
Quite an interesting tone there. I thought he would be more jubilant because he got his way, but perhaps describe the mood in the room and particularly how Aveng felt that it didn't get its way today.
Absolutely, Fifi. I thought it was very interesting. Everybody was like, it's just another normal day, business as usual, lots of smiles, lots of bantering. So I think Henry Last did allude to the fact that many of the shareholders that they've been engaging with on this particular topic have been keen on the prospect. So I think those were the engagements that we were seeing today. That was the attitudes that we were seeing. Aveng, of course, sat in one corner on the opposite side of the room. And I actually want to read a couple of statements. So before the voting did take place, they issued a statement just on the record about how they feel about this. And really what they said was that the transaction protects Aveng bondholders at the expense of Marion Roberts shareholders. So obviously for them this will mean dismal financial implications for M&R in the long run. And it also speaks about the reversal of Marion Roberts' strategy. The reason Aveng is so interested in Marion Roberts is because of the strategy that they've built the company on. Another thing is the fact that Aveng has struggled to sell some of its businesses that have caused almost, the downfall of the company, construction and steel being two of them. So Henry Last's response to this was that what they'll do is they'll restructure the entire company and get rid of those assets, which they will be deeming as non-core assets, and grow the business of oil and gas in Australia, as well as focus on mining, which he says has been doing great for the last 10 years for Murray and Roberts. So that was his comment. And then on the comment, of course, on the fact that they might have to go and get a rights offer based on the debt that they will be getting from the Aveng deal, and the fact that shareholder dividends will be diluted as a result, he said that they would never go into a deal if it did not benefit the shareholders.